Hello. What is up, gang? Hope you're doing well. And I know you're doing well because you're the gang. We're the gang. We beat everything, whatever we got in front of us. So, last year, it was a bit personal problems. Then I disappeared from social media because of personal problem like family, and especially the beginning. I want to mention it's me because of myself. Well, last year I get depressed, like beginning of the year, and it's just for 3 months I lost around 28, 29 kg. I put the illusion in front of myself that for the bodybuilding competition, which was in June in Derby, I start to manifest that I will get the first place. But let's be honest, let's talk realistically. Other competitors, they struggle as well. They put the hard work, they put the cardio, they deserve first place as well. But that's the problem with me that time. The only thing what is gonna make me happy is gonna be the first place, and eventually I get
In sixth place, athlete 351T.
sixth place. And it's just when I receive that I got sixth place, I was like probably the biggest mental breakdown for a second. But of course I didn't show to the judges and in front of the people, because of course you gotta be to control that emotion, and I'm happy that I control it. But inside I was like, wow, like I was manifesting 1.5 months to get first place, and I get sixth. And of course, I was sad, but I know, and my coach Ur, he said already when I just step out of the stage, he said, Tai, in these 3 months on that journey, you done everything, whatever you was able. So you give every single day 100%. So it doesn't matter of the place, which was really, I need to really look at this way. But eventually, my father, he got a bit competitive mindset. And eventually after 1 week the competition, he just said to me straight, which of course I still appreciate that, because to be honest and to say the things, it's much better than to hide it. And he said, Tai, you need to quit. I was like, what do you mean to quit? And he said, because you're sixth, you're getting far away from first place. And I was like, of course, at the beginning I tried my best to keep going, because I compete in June. So in August it was first bodybuilding competition in Sheffield, and I invite my mom to watch me, because in the past 3 years she was just watching me from the social media, and I just want to show her in real life how it's going. And after 1 week, when that conversation with my father, I went in the morning to the gym again, fasting cardio as usual. And my father crossed my mind, and that was the biggest problem. I mean, that was the biggest mental breakdown, because that thing crossed my mind, and I start to overthink that, should I keep going? Should I quit? And then of course I let my emotion to control me, and then I start to, instead of going 6 times a week of gym, I start to go 5, 4, 3, and eventually I stop for 3 months in a row. Like even maybe it was 3.5 months. At all, like no gym at all, just going to work, home, play video games. And of course, your boy Tai loves food, and junk food get me so bad. And junk food is really dangerous, guys. Like, be careful. It's amazing taste, but that's the main point of them, like to give you the sugar level crazy, and just to crave that, because it's not high in fiber. So basically all the time you're craving for them. And then my mom came in August, around mid-August, I forgot. I don't want to be exactly perfect with the dates, but in around August she came for the competition, and me and my mom, we went to the competition where I'm gonna compete. But of course I was mentally fucked up, and it's just, how to describe it, she was already have some personal problem, family problem. I didn't want to bring her even more bad energy, if that makes sense, because she was going with a rough time. And I just tell her, Mom, I don't feel just well, but I was fucked up mentally. And yeah, she back home, and I was still keep going with the bad habits, no any routine, wake up middle of the day, like all my days gone, and I didn't do anything. And eventually I started to get really bad place. Like I couldn't go to sleep normal time. I was going 4, 5, 6 a.m. because the whole night I couldn't sleep because I didn't have a proper routine. Because our body have to be, like must be in kind of somehow any type of routine. And eventually one day, 10 days in a row, 10 days in a row, I didn't take a shower. Can you imagine that? 10 days to then don't take a shower. Like you can see how I look like a Wolverine. And basically I didn't take a shower. Like it was really tough, rough time, but let's be honest. And I will be honest from my bottom of my heart that every bad moment, every failure, it's a blessing because we're learning. That's why I'm doing that thing, like to remind yourself that you're a human. So you're able to do mistakes and you have to learn with them. Then eventually I start to be in a small circle, I can say. Like basically I didn't want to socialize, but my work is, I work in a retail shop, so I have to socialize. I don't know how, thanks God that I was still capable to socialize, but I was that point where I don't want to socialize. I stopped to contact with my friends, with my coach. He was calling me, I was ignoring him because I didn't, because it was hurting me, because that was the true thing that I have to answer it. Basically I was trying to escape my responsibilities. That's why I didn't answer my coach, I didn't answer my mom, my dad, but especially my mom. One day, that date I will never forget. It was 23 November last year. It was Sunday. My mom called me. She said, "Ty, what's going on? Like, you don't call me. Are you alright? Like, I'm your mother. I care about you. Like, you don't call me. Why you don't contact with me? Like, what's going on with you? You stop to go to the gym. You stop to have a routine." Yeah. And she know about that I didn't take a shower. Like, she said, like, what's going on? Are you trying to die, or are you just try to find any purpose to live in this world? Not, and she said, even if it's not about the competition, just trying to find peace in your life. And she said, you know what, because I was on silent, I didn't answer properly. She get mad of that because she was going a rough time as well. Basically, she said, "Ty, stop calling me then. Like, don't call me anymore. Like, if you, of course, I'm your mother. If you're in big trouble, or if you need my help, call me. But otherwise, don't call me anymore," because I was hurting her. And she just closed the phone. Basically, literally, like boom, closed the phone. And I was like a donkey, I was just watching my phone 10 minutes in a row on a black screen, and I didn't know how to respond about that. And 23 November, Sunday, the whole night I couldn't sleep. I was trying to find the purpose again to living the life. Not bodybuilding, not gym, not anything, just to live the life, because I was basically killing myself with the junk food. Didn't take a shower a couple of days, and I'm socializing with people. But I'm still happy that, because look at me now, I'm happy now where I am. I go through the bad times, but that's why it's start with you and finish with you. Like, you can share that pain. Don't forget, like, please, guys or people, boys, girls, like, if you have any mental problem, like if you struggle something here, just let it go. Like, just share that to anyone. Then 23 November, like I said, I couldn't sleep the whole night. I was trying to find the purpose again to live the goddamn life. And then I couldn't sleep. It was around 4 o'clock, and I said, you know what, Ty, it's time to rock and roll. 24 November, Monday, I start to go again to gym. So now I'm here, that I can say that why I didn't post a lot of, I didn't post anything in social media, because I was trying to find the purpose about the life, not to social media. Like, I was still using social media, but I didn't post anything because I want to live not in the past, not in the future, in the present. Like, if you live in the present, trust me, your body even gonna be even more grateful that you're living in the present, because you're gonna be like, thank you, God, Ty, you're living in the present. You because with the social media, I mean, my dream is to be a social media guy, to, you know, to motivate people, you know, to inspire people. Like in the past 2-3 years ago, 3 time or 4 time happened to me. Just random people in the town just stop me, say, oh, yo, are you the long hair guy, the fitness guy? I say yes. Oh, you motivated me to go to gym. I'm like, what? You know how even now I get goosebumps, you know, just to share that, you know, randomly someone to stop you and to say, oh, you inspire me to go to gym or something like that. I'm like, damn, I want to live about that, you know, like, because end of the day, we're a human. Like, basically, because we live in generation which is social media, it's fake, we can say. Social media, it's a big part of our life. Let's be honest. Now we live in 2026. Everything is going in around social media. You can see everywhere. It's technology, but you have to remember that you don't have to be 100% in there. You gotta live the real life, which is totally different. So what I mean with that is, with the social media, I'm trying to inspire. That's why I'm sharing you my journey, that I'm a human being and I'm not perfect, and I'm not trying to be perfect. Then I start to full focus to be with, to live in the present, to don't record myself, because basically last year as well, I lost myself because of the losing weight, and because instead of doing for myself, I was fully focusing to do for you guys. Like, don't understand me wrong, I'm not trying to be negative. It's just like, basically I lose myself, that I have to just prove to you guys, or to prove on social media, not to prove myself, if that makes sense. Because a lot of people are getting lost now these days, so just to prove to, in social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and blah blah blah. You just gotta remind yourself that you're doing for you. Like, because like, start with you and finish with you. So this is the journey. That's your journey. It's you. Live in the present. That's why I just said to myself before I go to Bulgaria, because now I'm in Bulgaria. You can see I'm happy because I see my close friend, my mother. My dad I couldn't see, because basically before I came to Bulgaria 2 days ago, he went to different country to work. So, well, everything happened for a reason. I hope it's for a good reason. But I miss him a lot. I wish to see him, to inspire me as well, because now we're good relationship again, which I'm happy. And yeah. And now I'm like, the biggest advice I can give to you guys, the gang, my family, live in the present. Like, enjoy every goddamn moment in your life. Even if it's bad, even if it's good, even if it's whatever you want to call. But just remember, if you're trying to build social media, don't lose yourself that you need to prove everything in social media. You need to prove yourself, because you're doing for yourself, and I'm doing for myself. That's why I'm doing that video for myself, to help someone, that because I wanted to help someone, not someone because it motivated me that I need to prove to someone. I want to prove myself that I'm able to share my journey in full naturally. So there you go, Yutai, it's here now. Basically, back to the game and live in the present, and